Good morning, students. Welcome to the 14th lecture of Unit 1 of Environmental Engineering 2. So, we are coming to the end of the Unit 1. So, in this class, we will discuss some of the problems related to the design of sewers as well as the forecasting of the population by using various methods. So, in the last classes, we have dealt all the topics which are related to the Unit 1, various types of sewer designs, sewer systems, collection and conveyance systems, appearances, inspection methods, collection, cleaning of sewers, ventilation of sewers, like this. So in this class, we'll discuss the problems associated with the design of sewers and the population of the people. Okay, next. So we are discussing the design of sewer problem. So in this we see how to design a sewer based upon the area. So whatever the formulas we are discussing now in the class, we have already discussed in the theoretical concept. That is in the rational method, or maybe in the empirical formulas, or the population calculation method. So like this we have discussed in the theory. Now we are discussing the problems related to the formulas. Now see the first problem. A storm sewer is proposed to drain a 12 hectares drainage area as shown in the figure. So here the total you are having two different areas. One area, so according to the given question, you are having 12 acres of, you are having 12 hectares of drainage shown in the figure. So if you see the area A, you are having the area is 4 acres, 4 hectares. Area B, that is 8 hectares. Totally A plus B, you are having 12 hectares as shown in the question. You are having 12 hectares of area to be drained. With the given data in the table below, determine the design discharge needed to convey 5-year peak discharge. Okay, now? So by seeing the given question, this is a question, the area and the table. So what is the site A? Area in hectares is 4 units, 4 hectares. Site B is 8. So what is the coefficient of expansion? Coefficient of peak flow is 0.8. The coefficient is 0.5. What is the inlet time? TT is equals to 10 units. The inlet time in minutes is equal to 30 minutes. Now see the solution. See the solution. Upstream area, manhole 1. So what you have to do? You have to go for draining process. So we have to drain it. So for that reason, first you are taking the upstream area. First you are taking the upstream area of the manhole. That is A is equals to 4 hectares. A is equals to 4 hectares. This one is 4 hectares, right? This one is a 4 hectares. This one is a 8 hectares as shown in the question. Now what is the time? Minimum time is 10 minutes. Now what is asking? He is asking to discharge 5-year peak discharge concept. Now if you see the C, if you see C is equals to 0.8, the coefficient of discharge C is equals to, take the first one area, C is equals to 0.8 and the time is equals to 10 minutes. So according to the formula, I is equals to 2700 divided by 10 plus 15, 2000 divided by 10 plus 15, right? So 2000 divided by 10 plus 15 according to the whatever the formula mentioned. So that is 108 mm per hour. Now what is the formula? QP is equals to CIA into 360. Now what is the Q here? 0.8. I is equals to 108 as we got from this formula, and A is equals to 4 hectares divided by 360. So what is the answer? You are getting 0.96 meter cube per second. 0.96 meter cube per second. So the discharge QP is 0.96 meter cube per second, that is given. Now see the downstream area. The downstream area, that is manhole 2. సో ఇక్కడ manhole 2 manhole 1 ఎందుకు చెప్పుకుంటున్నాము? Why? Because in the question it is given a storm water is proposed to drain అన్నాడు. Drain means to discharge outside. How much? 12 acres drainage as shown in the figure. These two కలిపితే you are getting 12 acres, right? Now they see the downstream, that is a B, downstream of manhole A. What is the downstream of manhole A is equals to, totally you have to calculate. So here you are calculating A plus B. A plus B is equals to 8 plus 4, 12 hectares. 12 hectares, right? Then what is C? C is equals to 0.8 into 4 plus 0.5 into 8. So what is this one? This one. 4 into 0.8, 8 into plus 8 into 0.5. So like this, 0.8 into 4 plus 0.5 into 8 divided by you are getting 1 year, means that is a 12, means total 12 months is equal to 1 year. This is a C value. C, you are getting 0.6 is a value, right? So here the time for A, the time for hectare A is equals to, the time for hectare A is equals to 10 plus 10, 20 minutes. The time for hectare B is equals to 30 minutes. See here it is given the time for inlet time 10. So what is the time to be taken? 10 minutes for the hectare A. So 10 plus 1, 20. So already the 30 minutes is maximum. Now the TC is, you have to take the maximum value. TC is equal to 30. Now taking the I, the same number what you have to here, I is equals to 2700. This is a constant, this is a formula, 2700 divided by what is the time TC? 30 minutes plus 15, that is equals to 60 mm per hour. Now applying the formula, QP is equals to CIA by 360. C is equals to 0.6 into I is equals to 60. We got A, what is the area? 12 hectares divided by 360, that is equal to 1 meter cube per second. So this is a discharge of downstream area with respect to A plus B. So like this you are getting the area wise design of problems whenever you are having the problems in the exam. So I'll provide this PPT after this class మీకు send చేస్తాను. So once you find some free time, open this PPT and see the problems. సో ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ నేను చాలా వేరే రిసోర్సెస్ బుక్స్ నుంచి కలెక్ట్ చేశాను. సో see the problems clearly so that you can understand easily. ఇప్పుడు మీకు అర్థం కాకపోయినా once you clearly see it, you can easily understand. Now see the second problem. The residential area of a city, has a population density of 15,000 persons per kilometer square. ఒక కిలోమీటర్ స్క్వేర్ కి 15,000 people are there, and an area of 1,20,000 meter square, area of 1,20,000 meter square లో per meter square లో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? 15,000 people are there. If average water consumption is 400 liters per capita per day, so what is the average water consumption per day? 400 liters per capita day. Find the average and minimum sewage flow in meter cube per day. So find the average and maximum sewage flow అన్నాడు. Now applying the formulas. So what is the given data? First thing, the given data is what is the population density? The population density is equals to 15,000 per kilometer square. Write this given data, 15,000 per kilometer square. What is the area A? The area is 1,23 meter cube. What is the average water consumption? LPCD అంటారు. So 40 liters per capita day అంటే per day అంటే LPCD. So the water consumption is 4,000 LPCD. Then what is the total population you have to find? So this is a formula for the total population. What is the total population? Population density into area divided by 1000 square. Now so here meter square you are having here 15,000 into 1,20,000 kilometers అన్నారు కాబట్టి divided by 1000 square. Now what is the persons you are having? 1,800 people you are having the total population, you are having 1800 people. Now what is the average flow? So you have to find the maximum sewerage flow. So the sewage flow is equals to, what is the formula? Total population into water consumption into 80 by 100, 80 by 100. Now what is the value you are getting? 5,76,000 liters per day. దాన్ని మీరు వాల్యూమెట్రిక్ కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకుంటే 576 మీటర్ క్యూబ్ పర్ డే యు ఆర్ కన్స్యూమింగ్ ద average sewage flow. Now if you calculate the peak factor formula, peak factor or PF or average flow rate for residential area, peak factor formula వచ్చేసి, this is a peak factor formula, that is PF or maximum sewage flow is equals to 1 plus 14 divided by 4 plus root P in thousands we have to calculate. That is equals to, same అదే ఫార్ములా ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేశారు, M is equals to 1 plus 14 divided by 4 plus root P in thousands. Now applying the same, M is equals to 1 plus 14 divided by 4 plus root of 1.80. What is 1.80? So 1.80, that is equals to 3.62. Now maximum sewage flow is equals to 3.62 into 376, that is equals to meter cube per day, or convert చేసుకుంటే divide by 24, you are getting 1.448 meter cube per second. So this is a average flow you are getting for the residential area with the 15,000 persons per kilometer square. సో ఇక్కడ ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు? ద యావరేజ్ సీవేజ్ ఫ్లో 576 వచ్చింది. సో ఇక్కడ మ్యాక్సిమం సీవేజ్ ఫ్లో ఏం చేయాలి? వచ్చిన ఎం పీక్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఇంటూ మ్యాక్సిమం సీవేజ్ ఫ్లో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ద ఆన్సర్. ఇట్ మీటర్ క్యూబ్ పర్ డే. ఇఫ్ యూ హావ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ ఇంటూ సెకండ్, యూ హావ్ టు డివైడ్ విత్ ద పర్ డే క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. యూ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 1.448 meter cube per second, right? Okay. Now see the third problem. Calculate the size and slope. Calculate the size and the slope of sanitary trunk sewer serving a population of 0.4 million. Using peak flow, PF as 2.3, the water consumption is estimated to be 300 LPCD. Pipe used is RCC structure. Take the infiltration is 10% of the average sewage flow. So what is the given data? Write the given data. Water supply. So water supply, how we have to calculate? Water supply is equals to population into per capita demand. Population into per capita demand. That implies, what is the water supply it is giving? The sanitary trunk is serving, అంటే water serving a population of 0.4 million. So 0.4 into million చేసుకోవాలి. 1 million is equals to 10 lakhs. So 0.4 is equals to 10 lakhs into 300 into 300. So what is the population here? The population is 0.4 into 1 lakh, 0.4 into 10 lakhs into, so into, what is the LPCD? Liters per capita demand is 300. So 0.4 into 10,000 into 300 is equals to 120,000 or 1,20,000 meter cube per day. Conversion చేస్తే మీరు 1.388 meter cube per second వస్తుంది. Now the dry weather flow formula apply చేస్తే average sewage flow is equals to 1.388 into 80 by 100. So this is a formula. 1.338 అంటే ఏంటి? Water supply into 80 by 100 is a formula. Now applying it is, you are getting 1.11 meter cube per second. Now what is the peak factor? Or we can call it as WASA, WASA. The peak factor is given as 2.3 in the question. Now peak flow is equals to 2.3 into average sewer flow. So peak factor is equals to 2.3 value into average sewage flow, that is equals to 22 lakhs 800 meter cube, 22 lakhs 800 meter cube per day. And what is the take filtration is given? 10% of average sewage flow. 10% means 10 by 100. into average sewage flow. What is the average sewage flow? 96,000. So 10 by 100 into 96, that is 9,600 meter cube per day. So that is the average sewage flow when the infiltration of 10% is chosen. So understood? So these are quite confusing. మనం ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులు చెప్తున్నాం కాబట్టి మీకు కొంచెం టైం టేకింగ్ ఉండొచ్చు. సో ఐ విల్ ప్రొవైడ్ దిస్ పీపీటీ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సో దట్ ఫ్రీ టైంలో మీరు ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోండి. రైట్, నెక్స్ట్, what is the design peak flow formula? The design flow formula is equals to peak flow plus infiltration. What is the peak flow you have got? The peak flow is, see, the peak flow is this one. The peak flow is 22. This is the peak flow value. So ఈ వాల్యూని ఇక్కడ బేస్ చేసుకొని ఈ వాల్యూ రైడింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ 22,000 in plus infiltration ఎంత 9,600. That is equals to 230,400 meter cube per day. That is equals to 2.67 meter cube per second. Then what the next to calculate? You have to calculate the diameter of the sewer. The diameter of the sewer is Q is equals to A into V. Then what is the A we got? 230,400 into 1 by V, 1 by 24 into 60 into 60. That implies A into 0.6. That is equals to A is equals to 4.45. What is the diameter of the sewer pipe? The diameter is 2.38. The diameter is 2.38. Then what is the slope of the sewer? The slope of the sewer formula is manamu classes lo cheptunnamo. Now applying this formula 1 by n into r 2 by 3 into s1 by 2. The same values just keep here. The v is equals to that is equals to 0.6 v. 0.6 is equals to 1 by 0.0013 into same r value 2.38 divided by 4, 2 by 3 into s1 by 2. Now the slope of the sewer is equals to s is equals to 1.2157 into 10 to the power of 4. So then mm lo convert cheste slope definitely mm lo untundi kabatti that is 0.001215. So just applying the values and keeping in this formula, you will get the answer. Now we'll see the problems in the rational formula method, the population calculation. So here the Q is equals to, this is a formula, the Q is equals to 0.0028 C into I into A. What is C here? The C is, where is the C? The Q is peak discharge in meter cube per second. Then C is equals to runoff coefficient, surface storm and infiltration. C is equals to runoff coefficient, surface storm and infiltration. What is I? I is equals to intensity of rainfall. I is equals to rainfall intensity in mm per hour. Then what is A? Catchment area in hectares. A is equals to area of the land in hectares. Now with this formula will be a problem. See, a washer shed to contribute an urban storm discharges 50 acres. So urban storm drainage low, a watershed, whenever you are contributing a watershed, what the drainage discharge capacity is 50 acres of water, of which 30 hectares having C coefficient C, runoff coefficient C, value of 0.36 with and the slope picture 7% slope picture. Remaining 20% hectares slope 0.5 C value with 3% slope. Total acres 50 acres to 30 దీనికి 20 దానికి. The length of the run is 720 meters. L is equals to 720 meters. Calculate the peak runoff of rainfall intensity is 15 centimeter per hour. I is equals to I ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు ఇక్కడ 15 centimeter per hour ఇచ్చాడు. The velocity of flow V is equals to 1.2 meter per second. So what you have to calculate? We have to calculate the peak discharge. We have to calculate the peak discharge. Now, the given information area is equals to 50 acres, 50 hectares of which 30 hectares having C is equal to 0.6, same. C is equals to 0.36, and 20 hectares 0.5 is equals to 0.5 is equals to 3% slope. With what is the length here? What is I here? 15 centimeter per hour. I is equals to 15 centimeter per hour. Now what is it we have to find? We have to find the peak discharge. Now the solution, the C value is equals to 30. What is 30 here? The area of the 1 hectare. 30 into 0.36 divided by 50. That is the number you have to do. 30 into 30 hectares into 0.36 divided by how many hectares? 50 hectares plus 20 into 0.5 divided by 50. So you run it, if you do the calculation, you are getting 0.416. Now the time of concentration is equals to, what is the formula of the time of concentration? Length of run by velocity. Question limit length of run is 720 meters divided by velocity. What is the velocity? 1.2 meters. 1.2 meter per second. So convert into minute. 1.2 into 60, that is equals to 10 minutes is the time. Then what is the rational formula? See here, the rational formula. Even the rational formula. Now apply the rational formula for peak discharge. Q is equals to 0.028 CIA. Now apply the values. 0.0278 into, what is the C value? C value, where is the C value is 0.416 C value. C 0.416 into I and the 15, A and the total area 50. Then what is the answer you are getting? 8.65 meter cube per second. So like this you have to get the calculation when you are getting this type of problems. Means total hectares is 50. In that 30 you are having with some slope. 20 you are having with some slope. The length is given and calculate the peak run off annapudu. So you have to do the problems in this manner. Very simple problems. Only thing is you have to get practice. Right. Next. Sewer construction cheyalante, what are the basic things you have to require? So whenever you have to construct the sewer, design is design of sewers cheptunnamu mundu classes lo. So now sewer construction means first what are the steps? Marking of sewer lines done with the chalk powder to demarcate the correct alignments of sewers. So marking of sewers should be done. Next one, excavation of trenches. So we have to remove away the trenches or terrains or whatever the valleys on the area where you are designing. Next. So this is the minimum width of trenches what you have to calculate. These are the formulas to keep during the plan of action. Next. Bracing of the trenches. Next. Fifth one is laying and joining of the pipes. Fifth one is backfilling of the pipes joints. Next. Construction of apparent trenches. That is the accessories what we have discussed in the last classes. So these are the major 6 points how to construct a sewer once the design is approved. So based on this we will do some problems now. So the rational method formula. The equation is Q is equals to 1.008 CIA, where is a Q is equals to peak flow, C is equals to dimensionless coefficient, or C is equal to runoff coefficient, and I is equal to average intensity in hours. A is equals to catchment area. 1.008 is unit conversion factor. So generally it may be ignored or you can write with the formula. Now whenever you are taking the C value, that is a runoff coefficient C value. So how you have to do? C is equals to CA of area A plus CB of area B. Sorry, small a ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ. This is a small a, this is a small a, this is a small b, this is a small b. Now what is saying? C is equals to, whenever we are having 3 or 4 areas, C of area into area 1, coefficient of B into area B divided by area of first one, area of second one. లేదంటే total sigma వేసి ఇట్లా you can do the write the formula where CA sorry not CACB this we have to write down CACB is equals to C values or the land use A and B where AA, BB are areas of land use A and B. CI, AI is equals to C and A for land use density. So based upon this formula, we will do a interesting problem. Now see the first one. So these are the three areas in the given question. So area 1 and the area A you are having the time is 12 minutes. The area is 5 acres. Coefficient runoff is 0.2. In the area B, the time taken is 10 minutes. Area is equals to 3 acres. C is equals to 0.3. In the area C, you are having TC is equals to 8 minutes. Area is equals to 4 acres and C is equals to 0.8. So this is the inlet of the pipe. This is the inlet of the strain drum. T is passing in this area and the pipe 2 is placed in this manner. So at the junctions of the areas, you are having the inlet 1 and 2, where the pipe is joined in this way and is going in this direction. This is the pipe 1. This is the pipe 1 of travel time 1 minute. This is the pipe 2 traveling time. Right now, so a storm drain system consisting of 2 inlets. See here, this is inlet 1. This is inlet 2. And pipe is to be designed using a rational method. A schematic of the system is shown. So question name is showed. You have given only the how many inlets are there and what is the time of the inlet pipe 1 and the pipe 2. So what you have to find, determine the peak flow rates to be used in sizing the 2 pipes and inserts. So what is the question you have to calculate? Determine the peak flow rate. Determine the peak flow rate of this area and also the size of the 2 pipes and inlets. So in this question we have to apply this formula, rainfall intensity as function. I is equals to 30 divided by T plus 5 to the power of 0.7. So this is a formula you have to apply for the intensity I whenever you are using the peak flow rate formula, right? Now we'll do step by step area A, area B and area C. Now see the first answer, inlet 1 and pipe 1. This is inlet 1 kada, this is inlet 1, the inlet 1 and the pipe 1. Now what you have to consider here, take first one. This రెండిట్లో large ఏదో తీసుకోండి. Area A and area B contribute. Say take the largest area TC. Take largest time taking. What is TC? 12 minutes పెద్దదా 10 minutes పెద్దదా. So 12 minutes is bigger. Take 12 as a consideration. Next TC is equals to 12 తీసుకోవాలి. Now what is the A? What is the area of A and B? Area of A and B is equals to 5 plus 3. So here the area is 5, here the area is 8. So 5 plus 3 is 8 acres. 5 plus 3 is equals to 8 acres. Now what is the C formula? C is equals to 5 into 0.2. What is the 0.2? This one. C is equals to area into 0.2 plus 3 into 0.3 divided by total how much area? 5 plus 3, 8 formula. So ఈ formula ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది? ముందు మనం తీసుకున్న formula. So see here, ఇది తీసుకున్నాం కదా, this one divided by area of first one and area of second one, that is equals to this one. So 5 into 0.2 plus 3 into 0.3 divided by 5 plus 3 total 8, that is equal to 0.24. C వచ్చేసింది. Next I కావాలి. I కావాలన్నప్పుడు ఏ ఫార్ములా యూస్ చేయమన్నారు? This formula you have to use for the I. Okay na? Now I is equals to 30 divided by 12 plus 7.7, that is equals to 4.13 this per hour. Next Q is equals to CIA. So total formula Q is equals to CIA. Q is equals to CIA. Now applying this one, what is C value? 0.24 into I value 4.13 into A area is equals to 8. Totally 7 CFS is a Q for the this inlet 1. Now next we'll see inlet 2. This is the inlet to pipe 1. Inlet to pipe 1. Now this is the second thing you have to calculate. Now the same thing, flow from the area C contributes total TC is equals to 8 minutes. So C ఒకటి మనం కన్సిడర్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి what is the TC 8 minutes. What is the area? You are having 4 acres. So A is equals to 4 acres, right? C is equals to 0.4. I is equals to same formula 30 divided by 8 plus 5 0.7, that is equal to 4.98, and applying this in this formula Q is equals to CIA. C is equals to 0.4, I is equals to 4 I is equals to 4.98 into 4 acres, that is equals to 8 CFS. So inlet 1 అయిపోయింది, inlet 2 అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? పైప్ 2 తీసుకోవాలి. ద సేమ్ ఫిగర్స్ వస్తున్నాయి స్లైడ్స్ లో. Now take the pipe 2. So when you are taking the pipe 2, you have to consider all the 3 areas. You have to consider all the 3 areas. So from all these areas, take TC. TC is equals to 12 plus 10 plus. From all the TC is equals to 12 plus 1 13 meters. 12 plus 1 13. So ఈ అన్నిట్లో maximum ఉంది 12, 10 or 8. So 12 is the maximum, plus what's the time travel from pipe 1 to pipe 2? 1 minute. So the TC is equals to 12 plus 1 13 minutes. Next area and the 5 plus 3 plus 4. What's the answer? 12 is the answer, right? 12 acres is the answer. Now C is equals to same 5 into 0.2, 5 into 0.2, 4 into 0.4, 4 into 0.4, 3 into 0.3 divided by total area. How much? Total area is 12. That is equals to 0.29 is the C value. Now I lo substitute change 30 divided by 13 plus 5 root of 7. Totally we are doing 3.97 inches per hour. Now what is applying the formula Q is equals to CIA? Applying the values what you have got here. So totally we get 13.8 CF. Yes. So that is the area problems for doing the first type of problems. So this is another interesting problem. So with these 2 problems, we can wind up the okay. It's a very interesting problem I will show here. Now see the population calculation ela. So the population problems was stay in the unit 1. You are having number of methods. So you are having the number of methods. So arithmetic method. So these are the 8 methods what we have discussed in the last class. Okay na? So a problem cheptanu. Problem after. So in arithmetic increase method, nth decade means nth year వచ్చినప్పుడు Pn is equals to P plus n into C, where n is equals to successive number in the years, where Pn is a population and n is a decade, and 100 years is equals to n a decade, and P is a present population. Now this is a question. See here, predict the population for the year 2021, 2031, 2041. Sorry, decade means 10 years. 2021, 2031, 2041 from the following population data. So in the year 1961, the population is this one. In the year 1971, the population is this one. In the year 1981, the population 91 population, 2001 population, 2011 population. Adhe vidhanga 21, 31, 41 ki population and this is only the question. Now how to frame the answer? Now see the answer. Oka table form eskoni question lo ichina year anta oka table form lo veyandi. Population anta oka table form lo veyandi. Now increment and పెట్టండి, ఎందుకంటే we are doing the increment arithmetic incremental problem. Now increment and third column lo, so ఇంతవరకు question, this is your ఇంతవరకు question, right? This is your answer, this is your answer what you have to frame in the table. Now దీనిలో ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఫస్ట్ దానికి ఏమి ఉండదు, ఎందుకంటే పాపులేషన్ ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి ఇంక్రిమెంట్ మనకి తెలియదు. దిస్ ఇస్ 0, దిస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్. Next 97 after 10 years increment ఎంత అయింది? This is the increment. So ముందు ఎంత ఉంది? 61 లో 10 years ముందు 85,000 ఉంది. Sorry 8,58,545 ఉంది. ఇక్కడ 10,15,670. సో డిఫరెన్స్ ఎంత? ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది? సో ఈ రెండిట్లోంచి మీరు మైనస్ చేస్తే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ. నెక్స్ట్ 1981 లో ఎంత వచ్చింది క్వశ్చన్ లో? 12 lakhs ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది. ఈ రెండిట్లోంచి ఈ రెండు మైనస్ చేస్తే ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అనేది ఇంత తెలుస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ 91 లో సో 16 lakhs ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి 4,08,999. సో హియర్ ఇన్ ద 2011 పీరియడ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో అగైన్ ఇంక్రీజ్డ్. 16 నుంచి 20కి వచ్చింది, డిఫరెన్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తే ఇది వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ 20 నుంచి 25కి వచ్చింది, డిఫరెన్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తే ఇది వస్తుంది. Now what is the average? You have to take average increment. So వీటన్నిటిని ప్లస్ చేస్తే is the average increment you have got, right? Next ఏం కనుక్కోమన్నాడు? Population in the year 2021, that is equal to population in the year 2021 is equals to, what is the formula you have to do? Write this formula. Pn is equals to P plus N into C. So what is P here? What is P here for 2021? The P is 25. దీని తర్వాత కదా 2011 తర్వాత 10 years తర్వాత ఎంత వస్తుంది? 2021. Now write this P value plus Pn ఎంత? Pn is, this is a Pn value. This is a Pn value. This is a Pn value. Pn into 1. ఇంతే కదా ముందు దాంట్లో this one. N plus లో 1, 2, 3 రావాలి. C plus లో what you got the thing. Now applying this one you are getting this value. Next 2031 లో ఎంత? సక్సెసర్ మళ్ళీ అదే తీసుకోవాలి. P plus Pn into 2 you are getting 32. Next 2041 లో ఎంత? 25 lakhs same plus 3450 into 3 you are getting this value. So like this you have to do for arithmetic problem. So this is also the same question what you will get. So ఇది ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి. ఇదే మెథడ్, ఇది using geometric progression method. So ఇదే ఫార్ములా. So these are the various methods to solve the population forecasting methods. So this is also very interesting one. So it is done by discrete method. ఇంకొక మెథడ్ అంటే discrete method. Predict the population for the years 2023, 33, 43 by using the discrete method. So discrete method ki this is a formula you have to check. P naught initial population, P population size, I is equal to average, P is equal to number of decades. This is a formula you have to write for that. Okay na? Now see the answer. So if this is a question, ఇది క్వశ్చన్ అనుకోండి. ఇయర్ 1943 లో 60 పాపులేషన్ 60,000, 93 లో 89,000, 2003 లో 97, 2013 120. నౌ మీరు టేబుల్ కాలం ఇది వేసుకోవాలి. ఇట్ ఇస్ ద ఆన్సర్ వాట్ యూ హావ్ టు డూ. సో సేమ్ టేబుల్ కాలం వర్టికల్ గా వేయండి, పాపులేషన్ ఇది వేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ పర్ డికేడ్. సో దీనిలో ఏం చూడండి, వెరీ సింపుల్. 43 లో 60 ఉంది, ఇంక్రిమెంట్ పర్ డికేడ్ ఏం లేదు, పర్సంటేజ్ ఏం లేదు. ఇక్కడ 10 years తర్వాత ఎంత వచ్చింది? 65,000 వచ్చింది. ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది? +5 ఇంక్రీజ్ అయ్యింది. ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ 63 లో ఎంత వచ్చింది? 63 పడిపోయింది. ఎంత పడిపోయింది? -2,000 పడిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ 72, దిస్ మైనస్ దిస్ 9 పెరిగింది. 72 నుంచి 9 పెరిగింది, అంటే +7 పెరిగింది. వెరీ ఈజీ రైట్. 79 to 89 ఎంత పెరిగింది? 10,000 పెరిగింది. 89 to 97 8% 8 పెరిగింది. 97 to 120 23 పెరిగింది. సో టోటల్ గా ఈ నెట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత? ద నెట్ వాల్యూ ఈస్, ఈ రెండు కలిపితే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 60 ఇస్ ద నెట్ వాల్యూ. డివైడెడ్ బై, ఇప్పుడు ఎన్ని తీసుకోవాలి? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? డివైడెడ్ బై 7 తీసుకోవాలి. యు హావ్ టు డివైడెడ్ బై 7, యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 8.57. సో ఈ కాలం వెరీ ఈజీ. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది ఎట్లా చేయాలి చూడండి. సో ఫస్ట్ దానికి ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి నిల్. నౌ 53 ఇయర్ కి 1953 ఇయర్ కి 5 డివైడెడ్ బై 60 అంటే 5 డివైడెడ్ బై 60 క్రాస్ వెళ్ళండి. 5 డివైడెడ్ బై 60 రైట్. 2 డివైడెడ్ బై 65, 9 డివైడెడ్ బై 63. సో 9 డివైడెడ్ బై 63. సో 5 డివైడెడ్ బై 60 ఇంటూ 100, ఎందుకంటే 100 మనం పర్సంటేజ్ కడుతున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇంటూ 100 8.33. 2 డివైడెడ్ బై 65 ఇంటూ 100 -3.07, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ మైనస్ వాల్యూ ఉంది కాబట్టి. తర్వాత 9 డివైడెడ్ బై 60 ఇంటూ 100, 7 డివైడెడ్ బై 72 ఇంటూ 100, 10 డివైడెడ్ బై 79 ఇంటూ 100. ఇవన్నీ చేస్తే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూస్. ఓకేనా? సో దీని మొత్తం అడిషన్ చేస్తే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ వన్. తర్వాత దీన్ని డివైడెడ్ బై 7 చేస్తే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 10.66. దీస్ ఆర్ ద యావరేజ్ వాల్యూస్. ఓకేనా. నెక్స్ట్ దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ కనుక్కోమన్నాడు. సో వాట్ ఇస్ అప్లయింగ్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా 120 into 1 plus వచ్చిన 10.66 divided by 100, where I is equals to 10.66, T is equals to 1, T is equals to the time, T is equals to 3. Same, you are applying these formulas, you are getting the values. The next population in the next population is in the next population is in the, right? So like this you have to do the problems in the unit 1. So with this I have completed the unit 1 successfully. So మీరు unit 1 check చేసుకోండి. Everything is completed. Systems of sanitation, collection and conveyance, classification of sewer systems, estimation, fluctuation in demand, types of sewers, hydraulics of sewers, design of sewers, appurtenances, cleaning and ventilation, finally problems. So finally the first unit is completed. If you have any doubts, you can open your mic and you can talk to me. సో ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత
నో డౌట్స్ సార్.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ. నేను మీకు స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకున్న అటెండెన్స్ ఎవరో ఒకరు ప్రూఫ్ కోసం. ఓకే, ఇది మీకు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను విత్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూ మినిట్స్లో. సీ ద వీడియో అండ్ ఐ విల్ సెండ్ ద